Welcome back to Infinity. It's Kiana and baby Brayden is right here, my little sweet one. But today's video involves me talking about my experience with rape or anything that involves an older person touching you without your consent or anything like that. So let's just get into it. But okay, so I'm editing, and just to put that out there, that part actually got clipped short because Brandon ended up making my phone fall, and I didn't get the full clip of that clip, so sorry. I was 13 at the time and when this happened, and me and the guy was very close, and not very close, we were like friends, and we lived in the same neighborhood apartment area, and he has always told me that I was very pretty and beautiful to him, and that any guy that I was with was lucky to have me in their life and things like that, which I didn't find weird at all because for me, I took it as a compliment, even though it really wasn't. He meant it in a different way, but I took it as a compliment, and it was just, we would text a lot, and there would be I love yous and different things in those messages, and it was really weird at first because he, like I said, was older than me. He was 18. So it was very like weird because I was 13, he was 18, but we never talked about us being together or anything like that ever. So like it was weird, but at the same time I knew we were best friends, sort of, so we talked, and I mean, friends say I love you to each other too, so I didn't really think much of it, honestly. Around the time where this happened, we had a 2-story apartment, and my room was at the top, above, at the top, and where my window was, there was like this little area where if I got out I could sit down, like a little roof area. So I snuck out there because he had messaged me and told me that he wanted to talk to me, and it was very serious, and that he just needed someone to talk to, and I was always there. So I went. I ended up going, and my mom didn't know I was gone for a very long time, but when I got to him, he took me to the back of his house because he lived with his mother at the time, and his mother was also there. So he took me to the back of the house, and that was when he had brushed me onto the wall, and it was, at first I thought nothing of it, but then after he started trying to kiss me, and I would like turn away, but like either way he would still be kissing the side of my lips. So it was like I didn't know what to do. He had me trapped technically, like his hands were like this and I was in between, so I really had nowhere to go. He was basically trapping me in there, so I didn't have nowhere to go. So honestly, I was trapped. I couldn't even leave if I really wanted to, and I was so in panic and scared that I couldn't even say anything. So that happened for a while, and he started rubbing my areas, touching me in places that I didn't consent him to and told him to, and he just kissed me and kept doing that. And until my sister came, and before my sister came, like right before, he was actually getting started to unbuckle his pants and, actually do intercourse with me. But around that time, my sister, I guess they found out that I was gone, and my sister came, and she was like yelling my name, but at the time what he did is when he heard my sister, he just covered my mouth immediately, and he was just like, shh. So I was scared. I didn't scream or anything because I was just in a panic. But after that, he let me go, and right after that, as soon as she left, he let me go, and he just told me to be quiet about it, don't tell anybody. So what I did was, where we lived in the apartments, there was like a little park, so I ran to the park without nobody knowing or seeing me, because my mom, my stepdad, my sisters, everyone was outside looking for me. So I ran to the park without anybody seeing me. What's wrong, baby? And I ended up staying there for a while, and then after a while I came out and I was like, hey, I'm right here, I was in the park, because I was so in a panic, and I was so emotional, I wanted to cry. And I came out and I was like, hey, I was at the park, and my mom just ran to me, and she just started slapping me. It was out of her being so scared that she was slapping the crap out of me. And my sister, my older sister, kept grabbing me and like shaking me, and I was like, I started to cry, and I started panicking. My mom started crying, so scared. And then my mom was like, where were you? You weren't at the park. We checked. You weren't there. Where were you? And so in that moment, I told him nothing. So what my mom did was she let me go upstairs to my room, and I just sat there and cried. And they knew something was wrong because his mom found out that he wasn't in his room. So it was like they already knew that we were there, we were together, because he wasn't there, I wasn't there. Where were we, So they knew. And then so I had a really close bond with my sister. So what they did was they let me go up to my room, and they sent up my sister, and she started asking me questions like where was I, to be honest, so I can get help if anything happened, what happened, because she told me they knew I was with him. Where I was, they knew I was with him. So I ended up telling her what happened, and she was like, okay, well, I'm gonna get his mom up here and you're gonna tell her. So we got his mom up there, and I told her, and she started getting really emotional because she didn't really think her son would ever do something like that. But yeah. So if you guys would like a part 2 on me explaining that story, please leave comments down below and be active on my Instagram. I'll put it right here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.